See, a lot of people kind of get this whole manifestation stuff backwards, right? And they get to misunderstand or misinterpret the most simplest fact in or while trying to manifest, which is the fact that our frequency is literally what holds the key to creating the life that we basically desire. Right? It's not even about saying affirmations and stuffs, and which, don't get me wrong, those are good stuffs, like good techniques to like help you shift into your desired state, right? But what creates your reality ultimately, what moves you from lack to abundance to ultimately living the life of your dreams, basically, is your frequency. Because you have to understand that your frequency is what you dominantly emit, into the universe, right? The universe sees it as, okay, this is who you are, this is who you are being by default, right? And the universe basically just reflects that back to you, because this is who you're deciding to be. This is who you're being by default. And our frequency is basically, for the most part, right, is basically formed, from our childhood as a result of how we were raised, right? For example, a lot of people kind of grew up in like a household where there was, kind of a whole lot of financial issues, there was no love and stuff like that, right? And the constant experiencing of these situations, right, trigger certain kind of emotions within them. The constant experiencing of their parents, their siblings going through life, struggling, basically, not being able to pay the rent, not being able to feed or basically have 3 square meals, or being able to afford what you wanted basically while growing up as a kid. All of these things, while experiencing them growing up, all of this kind of formed your baseline, right? It kind of formed how you perceive the world, right? It kind of formed your emotional baseline, your emotional frequency, and you kind of like carry that. A whole lot of us, kind of like carry that through life, right? And we kept emitting all of those stuffs into the universe, right? And that's why you kind of notice that for some people that has daddy issues, right? Growing up, they didn't have a father in their life. They tend to experience a similar pattern with their relationship, right? For some people that have, experiences with money, bad experiences with money while growing up, they tend to have a particular pattern with their finances, in their adulthood, right? So what I'm trying to say in essence is that the belief system we had or we acquired from our parents, our siblings, whatever, the environment while growing up, this belief system is kind of what formed our baseline of our energetic frequency, and that frequency is basically what we are emitting into the universe, right? And we are emitting this frequency unconsciously. It's something that is happening unconsciously 24/7, right? And imagine that 24/7 you're basically telling the universe through your frequency that you don't have money, right? Or you are not loved, right? Or you are not wanted, right? You're basically emitting this frequency into the universe unconsciously. Imagine what the universe will give back to you. It's definitely going to send back reflections, certain situations or circumstances to reflect back to you who you are, right? So in order to like create a very good life for yourself, a very good reality for yourself, a reality whereby you have everything you're currently experiencing, everything you once wanted, you're living your desired reality. You definitely have to change who you're being on the frequency level, right? Not just by saying affirmations, no. You have to change who you're being at the frequency level, and that's where doing the whole identity work comes in. Going back to the source, inwards, right? And you can use affirmations to do identity work, but it's a whole lot more deeper than that, right? One of the ways that I actually do this myself is, when I smoke weed, right? And when I'm high, because when you smoke weed, you're high. The moment you're high, the gate to your subconscious mind is wide open, right? And at that point, you have the power, you have the key to your subconscious mind. So you can literally reprogram yourself or your subconscious mind relative to whatever it is you want to experience in your reality when you're high, especially for those that smoke weed, right? So you can literally reprogram yourself when you're high, because the gate to your subconscious mind is fucking wide open. And you can use affirmations. You can say your affirmations. This is how I do mine, though. So, but to bring us back to what I was saying initially, in order to create your dream life, you really have to change your frequency at the core of who you are. You really have to alter your frequency at the baseline. And rather than emitting lack into the universe, emitting not being worthy, not being deserving, when you start doing the inner work, especially when you practice being present in the moment, right? What you're telling the universe is you're no longer who you used to be. You're now this person. And by default, once you start relaxing into the present moment, the signal you're giving to the universe is, I am at peace. I am emitting abundance. This is who I am. By simply being, you're just emitting the frequency of abundance, of peace, of love, of openness, of feeling alive, of gratitude. By simply being in the present moment. So basically, this is how your frequency literally creates your reality. This is how your frequency is literally the key to manifesting the life that you've always wanted for yourself. So in order to change your life, you have to change your frequency at the base, and that is where doing the whole identity work, the whole inner work comes in. Alright, so if you fuck with me, do well to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell as well, and share this video with your buddies, share this video with your friends, your family. Alright, and with all of that being said, I'm definitely going to see you guys in my next video. Be well, be safe. Let's go.